Open the meeting for the Policy and General Committee meeting 21st of June 2023. Don't need motion to open the floor, please. Yeah. I wish to welcome everyone to the June meeting of the Policy and General Committee. Standing committees are held as part of the council meeting process in order for committees to consider reports prepared by council officers and to make recommendations regarding these reports to the monthly council meeting. Council's delegates on the Policy and General Committee, Mayor Kennedy, Deputy Mayor Hickey, Councillor Allgate, Chairperson, Councillor Boland, Councillor Brown and Councillor Jewett. All councillors undertook an oath of affirmation at the beginning of their term of office and declared to undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the people of the Broken Hill local government area and the city of Broken Hill, and that they will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in them under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of their ability and judgment. This committee meeting is being live streamed via YouTube and recorded and published on live by Council's website. To those present in the meeting today, by attending in this public meeting, you are consenting to your image, voice and comments being recorded and published. The chairperson and or the general manager have the authority to pause the live stream if comments or debate are considered defamatory or otherwise inappropriate for publishing. Participants are advised that they may be subject to legal action if they engage in unlawful behaviour or commentary. We have nil apologies. I think everyone's here. We have one leave of absence application from Councillor Allgate, submitted a leave action with the reason holiday, 1st of June to the 27th of June. Do we have a mover for the move? Deputy Mayor Hickey, seconded. Councillor Jewett, all those in favour? Declare it carried. Call on Councillor Deputy Mayor Hickey to do the prayer.
Almighty God, we ask you to invoke your blessing upon this council, direct and prosper our deliberations to the advancement and true welfare of the people of the council area, our state and Australia. Amen.
Thank you. Acknowledgement, Council, Councillor Boland.
Mayor Kennedy, we acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet today, the land of the Willakali people, and pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging.
Acknowledgement of the Broken Hills mining history, Councillor Jewett.
We take time to reflect, remember and honour the over 800 miners that lost their lives and those that were crippled or maimed on the line of blow. We thank the brave miners and their wives who were part of the 1919 to 1920 strike that lasted over 500 days and delivered a 35-hour working week. Mining is our past and future.
Thank you, Councillor Jewett. Do we have a mover for the minutes? Councillor Brown, seconded. Councillor Jewett, any amendments to the minutes? No. All those in favour? Declare the minutes carried unanimously. Calls for disclosure of interest. Any disclosures of interests? Nil disclosures of interest. Reports. Report number 1 is the Broken Hill City Council report dated May 9, 2023. Adoption of the draft revised sponsorship policy. Do we have a mover for that? Move the recommendation. Deputy Mayor Hickey, seconded. Councillor Boland, do you like to speak to that, Councillor? Deputy Mayor Hickey? Any other speakers? All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item number 2, adoption of the draft revised community assistance grants policy. Do we have a mover for that? Move Councillor Boland, seconded Councillor Jewett. Councillor Boland, would you like to speak to that?
In the interest of the cold weather, I'll find to let that go.
Yeah. I suppose the only things for anyone that listening is that any grants will have to be expended in a shorter period, 6 months. So it'll be at the council meeting. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Number 3, draft asset naming policy for public exhibition. Mover for that. Deputy Mayor Hickey, seconded. Councillor Jewett. Councillor Jewett. No. Any other councillors? All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item number 4 is the investment report for May 2023. You have a mover for that, councillor Boland? Yeah. Seconded, councillor Brown. Happy to do that. Councillor Boland?
All written there, Mayor Kennedy. It's an interesting period right now, but pretty confident with the team led by our CFO.
Any predictions there?
Interest rates will go up. We're risking a stagflation as the economy cools, but inflation stays high. So there's always a risk of 1970s style stagflation. So watch this space, but the RBA will use their blunt tool of interest rates while the government continues to spend money. And there's also a risk of the wage spiral that we're seeing coming out, especially in the public service right now.
Thank you for your expert opinion. We've got some other experts in here. Is that agreed to? That 2 agreements there, councillor Bowen. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item number 5 is community assistance grants awarded for round 1 of 2023-24. We have a mover for that. Councillor Boland, seconded. Deputy Mayor Hickey, councillor Boland, you'd like to speak to that?
I will speak on this one. I sit on this committee and there was some really good applications, and it's always one of the best parts of council, sitting on that committee and giving out some grants to some great community organisations. And we tried to look after everyone that asked for assistance. All bar one got a little bit of got assistance, and this ensures there's a lot of community events in Broken Hill go ahead now. The Imperial Lakes, there's some planning and metering around there as well. Carols by Candlelight, and the kids swimming as well, because Broken Hill's got a very strong swimming history, and the headspace, they're all really good. I'll stop there. So if I miss a couple, they won't be happy, but they're all really good applicants, and it's a pleasure to be able to look after these groups.
Yep. And councillor Brown?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I just had a question, or a couple of questions actually. Why do we not still receive, and I have no idea this question has been asked in the recent past, why don't we receive it in the report that goes to the councillors generally, a bit more information about what specifically has been requested in these? I think I don't know why that was discontinued, whether it was a privacy thing or what, but with some of these, I would be really interested. And I do have a question, and again, I can't recall, and I double checked with the policy, with the new policy, that have
Would
we
you
normally...
like me to answer that one first,
Yes,
councillor Brown?
sure.
So it is a privacy thing, but it is on the hub for councillors to actually see all the information.
All right. Sometimes it's a bit hard to find things on the hub. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that might not. And my second question is whether previously we have supported a religious organisation. It doesn't seem to be prevented by the policy, but I just wonder whether that fits in, the general sense of what the community grants are about, which seems to me to be about, potential benefit to anyone in the community. I don't know whether that's an issue or a question, or if there is any, whether I can't recall whether we've ever done it before. Supported a church.
Yeah, well, we have done it before, but if councillor Boland would like to just speak on a bit more detail about that application.
Thank you, Mayor
He does
Kennedy.
fine.
Obviously, to get through to the committee, it's been assessed by council staff as being an approved applicant. So the committee will assess anything that's an approved applicant. And when we came to the Saltbush Church, the decision was made to support the organisation for some new PA equipment, because they are a service for the community, and there's a certain percentage, a certain number of people within our community that rely on those services. It's part of their cultural being. They enjoy going to it. And we also support the One Accord, which is the Carols by Candlelight as well, which is connected to a religious organisation. But ultimately, if the application gets to the committee, it's been vetted by council staff as being ticking all the boxes, and the committee will assess it based off that recommendation. And the Saltbush Church was recommended for the amount they received because of that community aspect of them. And there is a certain number of people that do enjoy going to church, part of their spiritual well-being. And you look at the other stuff as well. There's some mental health stuff on there. Not everyone in the community uses that. It's the committee always tries to use wide strokes of the brush to try and get across and support as many groups as we can within our town and city.
Thank you, councillor Boland. I suppose one of the other ones that's been regularly supported over the time is the YMCA, which is the Young Women's Christian Association. So
I don't think it has an association really anymore, not the YWCA. I'm a member of that organisation, so.
yeah, I suppose.
So they don't, I think the YMCA has taken, I think they're officially, anyway, I think they have changed their name or changed their affiliation. It's really a question rather than I don't have a specific objection, but traditionally with a lot of these grants, religious organisations aren't included, and sometimes, you know, depending on who's. I have absolutely no objection to this particular group. I don't know a great deal about it, but just it's really the principle of this. And I can't recall previous things. I know Carols by Candlelight is very much a community event, and I don't think that's really associated. You know, it's in people's minds. I don't believe that would be associated with the church. I mean, except in the sense of, you know, Christmas carols are religious things, but I just wonder. I can't recall any church that's been previously supported.
Thank you, councillor Brown. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Thank you. Item number 6 is the minutes of the Heritage Committee meeting held 4th of May 2023. Happy to move that, councillor Brown. Yep. Councillor Boland, second. Would either of you two like to speak on? They're older minutes, so no. Councillor Brown?
No.
No. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. That is nil confidential matters. We closed the meeting at